Stay on target. Well, say you got one on your tail. Stay on target. I can't shake 'em. Stay on mother flipping target. Welcome to another edition of the Lotus Lowdown. Today we got member spotlight, staff spotlight, and some news segments. You won't want to miss it.
Good morning, this is Ellen Burkamp, and I'm a club member of the Lotus House, and I'm going to read the 11th standard, number 11. It is responsibility for the operation of the clubhouse lies with the members and staff, and ultimately with the clubhouse director. Central to this responsibility is the engagement of members and staff in all aspects of clubhouse operation. And that is the 11th standard, and thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Ellen Burkamp. Good morning. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to Unit Updates. In PDU, they are currently searching for services for a government phone. And in our own unit of media, we are currently doing daily outreaches. That is all for Unit Updates. Hello everyone, today we're introducing a new segment. It's called Question of the Day. We'll be going around the clubhouse and see who can answer the question. And the question is, what was the last movie or show that made you cry? Take it away. What was the last movie or show that made you cry?
Spider-Man.
Which one?
2.
Okay. What was the last movie or show that made you cry?
Marley and Me. And I bawled.
Okay, Trish, what movie or show was the last that made you cry?
Well, it was a Netflix show that I just watched yesterday, binge watched on a Sunday, called Nobody Wants It. And it was kind of sad at the end, but then it turned out to be happy. So it was a sad cry, then a happy cry.
Thank you, Trish. Laura, what was the last movie or show that made you cry?
I'd say Grey's Anatomy, all 21 seasons.
Thank you, Laura.
Look at you!
All right,
Molly, what was the last movie or show that made you cry?
Inside Out 2.
Aww.
It introduced the emotion of anxiety, and I watched it with my 11-year-old who struggles with anxiety. And the big focus on the end was, what is in your control? And I looked over at her and I was just like, because I say that all the time. What is in your control? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly.
Yeah, you're welcome.
As for me, I have to say Toy Story 3. And that is all for this week's Question of the Day. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lotus Lowdown, and today we have a new segment. We're going to talk about the Lotus House logo, and here with me is our director, Molly.
Hello.
So Molly, what do you got for us regarding the logo and the name we chose for our clubhouse?
Yeah, so back in September, October of 2023, while we were working to become a standards-based accredited clubhouse, Standard 12 reads, the clubhouse has its own identity, including its own name, mailing address, email, telephone number. So we had everything but our own name. Our name was what our auspice agency was, Breakthrough House. We were Breakthrough House Clubhouse. So to align with the standards, starting in house meetings, we were having house meetings every week, working through all of this together. We came up with a whole bunch of names, and so some of them I wrote for us to look at, Tom. Revival, reimagine, retrieval, awakened or reawakened, songbirds was one. Yeah, the Phoenix was really, really popular. That was up there on the list.
That ain't so bad.
Oak Tree Clubhouse. And then there was one that I wrote down, the Helix Spiral, and I think that was more of like a symbol we were looking at. And then Lotus, a lotus flower. And we looked at the meanings of all of these words, and the Phoenix, the word was rebirth. And with Lotus, it was overcoming your struggles and growth and resilience. And so we kind of looked at the meaning of a lotus flower, and where a lotus flower grows is in a muddy pond, right? But then it comes up out of a muddy pond and is this beautiful flower because it's in the right environment. And so we wanted our clubhouse to be the right environment. But the final decision was, we looked up the names of all the other clubhouses and nobody else had the Lotus House, so we said that's it, it's sold. Because there were several other The Phoenix clubhouses. So Then we worked with an artist to create a logo for us. We, as a clubhouse, looked up tons and tons of pictures of lotus flowers, and we sent her several ideas of the ones that we really liked. And she emailed us back these 4 options. And again, continuing through house meetings, we looked at these together.
This is also going to be on the green screen in case you guys can't see it from the camera.
Yeah, so here's our feedback we gave her. So we liked the font in number 2, but the design of number 1. So we liked the placement of the flower in number 1, but the words, the font in the text of number 2. And we wanted the T in the capital and the H in house capital. So it was the Lotus House, all capital letters. And then we said to keep the flower kind of off to the side behind the L and remove these bottom petals. So the bottom petals on the number 1, we wanted her to take that off because we wanted it just to be a smooth bottom on our flower. And then we suggested the colors. We liked the colors. Add some color. Oh, that's what it was. We were going back and forth on what colors we wanted. Of course, I said purple and pink, and nobody wanted my purple and pink flower. So we settled on yellow and green and blue, and we wanted her to kind of do it an ombre pattern. So then we sent her all that feedback, and these are the 3 that she sent us with our corrections or our suggestions that we wanted. And so this was the second mock-up that she made. And we shared back with her that everyone loved the color of the font on 3. So like the ombre of the word lotus, we liked that, but we liked the transitioning color of the flower. So we asked her to kind of combine those 2. And then again, add more color so that it kind of pops out. And so this was one of her final versions that we got made. And the last feedback we had was to take this little triangle out of the O, just so that one little piece was taken out on the last step. Yeah, so that is how we came up with our logo and our name. Don't you love it?
It sounded like a very trying and annoying process. I would have said, just give me the, I don't know. But
it was fun. It was so fun because we all got to be creative and we all got to kind of voice what we wanted, and we got to name our own clubhouse.
Where was I?
Where were you?
I don't know.
We missed you.
I didn't even know what was going on at the time.
Although if you were going to object...
well, not to that, but what we got here?
Yeah.
I probably would have said I liked that one the best if I was here, and that one. So yeah.
I mean, our immediate first feedback, we immediately no to 3 and 4. We were like, don't like it at all. We didn't like the dots, and we did go back and forth on using our or the.
3 is a little better than 4, but like 1 and 2 are the clear. Like that anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Marty, for joining us today.
You're
and
welcome.
We will be right back.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this week's Clubhouse International News. Clubhouse has gained international attention during UN General Assembly gathering. As dozens of world leaders convened in New York City last week for the annual meeting of the UN General Assembly, Clubhouse International was pleased that CEO Shori Koran was invited to participate when Fountain House hosted Queen Mathilde of Belgium, and a representative of the World Health Organization, WHO, at Fountain House Manhattan Clubhouse. Fountain House also hosted First Lady of NCR Celia Karas. That is all for Clubhouse International News. Hello and welcome to this week's current events. 2024 Bone Appetite Helping Hands Humane Society Fundraiser Dinner. Helping Hand Humane Society invites you to our annual celebration of the human-animal bond. Bon Appetit is our largest fundraiser of the year and our annual gala, helping sustain the cost of care for thousands of animals each year. In 2023, this event sold out, so 2024 tickets will be hot to get. The event features a dinner, silent auction, networking opportunities, state of the shelter address, highlight adoptable animals, shares the stories of hope for the year of animals that will help with your support, and so much more. It's great fun for a great cause. Faith-based rap/hip-hop show. Scholzen, Broken, Eric Cohen, Pretty Boy Owen, Mike Foot, Brandon New, Fate May, 7 to 11 p.m. Food and drink available at venue. Fashion Week Topeka Masquerade Ball. Fashion Week Topeka wraps up festivity with the Masquerade Ball. Grab your favorite mask and evening attire and meet us for music, refreshment, and signature drinks. We are transforming the portion of the Westwood Mall into an elegant venue. That is all for Current Events. Hello everyone and welcome to another week of Staff Spotlight. I'm here with Matt today, and Matt, we're gonna ask you some questions.
Bring it on.
Have you always been bald?
Since my late 20s.
Okay, questions. How did you get the job?
Well, Breakthrough House was looking to expand and grow, and they just felt like I was the right fit to help them do that.
Like a glove.
That's right.
How long have you had the job?
I got hired December, so not even a year.
Good Lord. I thought it was longer.
Yeah.
Wow. What is an average day like for outreach?
Oh, man. It's always different. It's really just trying to meet the needs of the community, so sometimes you're spending a lot of time in camps, other times working with community partners on developing resources or the logistics of how to best reach people. It just depends on the demands of that day.
When did you first arrive at the clubhouse?
I first arrived I came to the clubhouse multiple times when I was a case manager back when it was a drop-in center. But it was December when I was deciding whether or not I wanted to join Breakthrough House is when I first came and saw the clubhouse functioning as an actual clubhouse. It was pretty cool. And that was really the thing that really attracted me to the job more than anything, was seeing the clubhouse functioning.
How many people have you brought to the clubhouse?
Oh, I've lost track. I bring people I try every week to bring a few people in and give them tours or encourage them to come by. That's a good question.
What are your opinion on the 37 standards?
They're awesome. As someone with a neurodivergent brain, it makes a huge difference having structure in my life and seeing what the structure the standards have brought to the clubhouse compared to before they utilized the standards. It's really night and day. So they're brilliant. Whoever came up with them was brilliant.
If you could walk a unit here, which one would it be?
That's a good one. I think it depends on the day, because I think I would really enjoy the hydroponics and growing food. But I also think I'll have fun with you guys here in the media as well. So I guess it depends on what mood I'm in that week.
Would you rather win the snack bar or the Lotus Boutique?
Ooh, snack bar. I'm a snacker.
Yep. Is the Breakthrough office very different from Clubhouse?
Well, it's pretty quiet and boring. It's not as much fun as over here at Clubhouse. I'd rather spend time over here.
Alright, last question. What are your hopes for the future of the Clubhouse?
That is a great question. I actually have a lot of big aspirations for the Clubhouse. It's a little early and there's still a lot of work to do, so it's hard to really say what direction it's going to go. But we're really focusing really hard on expanding member housing and possibly building a new, bigger clubhouse so we can expand and get more members. And so I'm exploring places where we could set up that housing right now. In fact, that's what I'll be doing today after I leave here.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Matt, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back. Okay, Tyler, what's cooking for next week?
Spaghetti with Italian sausage, garlic bread, and cookies on Monday. Tuesday, chicken enchilada casserole, salad, peaches. Wednesday, breakfast casserole, hash browns, applesauce. Thursday, deli sandwiches, research side dish, fruit cocktail. Friday, leftover Friday.
Thank you, Tyler. That's all for this week's What's Cooking. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Member Spotlight. And today I have Ellen with us. And Ellen, we're going to ask you some questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Question number 1. How did you become a member?
Well, I became a member from knowing Trish Walter. She is one of the staff here at the clubhouse, and I knew her out in the community, and she had told me about this. She knew I had a mental illness, and she thought I might benefit from it. So that's kind of how I got started here.
All right. How long have you been a member?
Well, we calculated about since last February, so I thought maybe about 9 months or so. Yeah.
How did you get started in wellness?
Well, wellness, I was kind of inspired by Trish Pickering. She works in the wellness too, and we've known each other, and we like to hang around each other. So she kind of got me interested in that, and I wanted to learn how to cook. I can't say I've gotten very far in it yet, but I'm kind of observing Cindy and Ken and Trish and Keith and all the other members in there, and just that's kind of how I got interested in it.
What is an average day like in wellness?
Well, in wellness for me, we start out, of course, with the morning meeting, the unit meeting, and we assign tasks, and a lot of times I do the cleaning, like washing dishes, and I know that doesn't sound fun, but I actually enjoy doing it here because it makes me feel like I'm accomplishing things. I like to do did you say favorite things? I'm sorry.
What is an average
day like? Yeah, well, that was average because usually I'll do also daily reach out, I'm sorry, where we reach out to members in the community to see if how they're doing, if they'd like to come back and see us, and just things like that.
Have you worked any other units?
Well, not very long. I've sampled around, and I worked in admit for a little bit when I first started here, and then I've just recently, the past 2 days, been working now in media. But you guys are just kind of showing me the ropes and things that you do. So, yeah, I do like from admit. I like the thrift store. I'll just throw that in there because I like clothes, and that's always fun to do. So in admit, when I'm in that, I really enjoy that.
Speaking of media, what got you interested in media?
Oh, in media. Well, Tom, you actually, because I would see on the big screen TV out here in the lunchroom or lunch area, and I saw you interviewing people, and I thought you did a really awesome job. You were pretty witty and good questions, and so that's kind of how I got interested, because I've always liked getting to know people and getting to know what they like, kind of how you've been doing. So how you get to know people through questioning and your interest in other people. I've kind of been enjoying watching the TV on you on there and some guests. So.
What are some of your hobbies?
Oh my gosh. Well, I like to write / journal. I like to actually go to the gym and work out. It's something to do in the morning for me. As far as any other interests, maybe sports, watching sports, but that's all I can think of.
What's your favorite thing to do in wellness?
In wellness, okay. I don't know if I said this already, but I actually like doing the dishes and drying the dishes and outreach, because I know that sounds really boring, but it just gives you a sense of accomplishment, and I feel like I've done something productive during the day. So, and then daily outreach again. It's just I like to get in touch with other members that aren't coming right now or haven't visited for a while. So, and I do that with Ken. Ken does that a lot too. So,
What's your favorite thing to do at Clubhouse?
oh gosh, in general, at the clubhouse. Let's see, what do I like to do in general? Well, I just enjoy being around people. That really helps me because I love people, and I noticed one week when I wasn't here, I was really bummed out, so I came back and I enjoy the people. I think everybody's pretty cool and easy to talk to, and I feel real included here.
All right, final question. What is your hope for the Clubhouse's future?
Well, one is I hope you guys get your newsletter out in the community. I think that'd be really cool because it's very professionally set up here in the clubhouse. And I'd also like to see just more involvement in the community in general. I know that's kind of a general answer, but just like, that's a good question. My future, more members to come in and join, and I just hope for the best for the entire clubhouse. I don't know exactly what other things there are to do. I know that we can do some more outreach and get more donations and just get in touch with community businesses and things like that, and just let them know we're here. Let them know, there are people that need, if they need us or need the clubhouse, people with mental illness, that it'd be a good place to come. So.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Ellen, thank you for joining us,
Thank
and
you.
we'll be right back.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you for showing up for this week's Lotus Lowdown, and we'll see you next week. Pika! Pikachu! Pika Pika! Pika! Pikachu! Pikachu! And if you don't know who that character is, you're probably one of the lame kids that watch Digimon all the time. I'm not ready!
What?
Tom!
I can't hear you.
Tom! What do you mean, maybe?
Maybe we'll see you next week.
We're gonna see him next week.
We'll see.